David Pyle. I'm the group publisher for the Artist Magazine, Watercolor Magic, and the Pastel Journal. We're here today in Chicago at the Learning and Product Expo, ART, and I love these shows. This is a great place for you to come and meet a variety of different manufacturers. They have some fabulous teachers who are going to teach a wide range of different kinds of products and techniques and different things from watercolor, oil, acrylic, airbrush, all kinds of great applications. And it's a great place to see some of the coolest products on the planet. All kinds of different materials. And we're going to take some time and show you some new materials today, some things that are being featured in some cases for the very first time and showing some very unique and highly innovative products. Let's go. Let's have some fun. I'm here today with Deborah McDonald, the Sales and Marketing Manager for Chroma, Inc. Deborah, tell us something about Chroma.
Well, Dave, with offices in Australia, the United States, and the United Kingdom, we are a global company. Since the early 1960s, we have been offering creative solutions to artists to suit all skill levels, techniques, and styles. This continues today with our professional artist acrylic, Interactive. And here today to tell us a little bit more about that is Jennifer Von Stein, our resident artist.
Excellent. Jennifer, Interactive has gotten lots of buzz within the community over the last few months. What's so great about it? What's new?
Well, what makes this paint so special is that it doesn't form that immediate skin when it dries. So artists actually have the ability to get back into their painting just by rehydrating their touch-dry paint. It really is pretty revolutionary.
That's fabulous. And the word new gets tossed around a lot. But how does it apply here?
It does, it does. And when it does, consumers, they just get scared by it. They don't believe it. If they think it's new, they think it's really scary. They're afraid to try it. Well, interactive acrylics aren't scary at all. What's new and exciting is that you can control the drying process. You can actually slow it down.
No, well, show us.
Sure. I have a board. Sorry about this. Right over here that I painted about 15-20 minutes ago. This side is just a conventional acrylic and this side is interactive. Now if I go and try and rehydrate this paint and add some color in, let's get this here, you can kind of see that nothing happens. I end up overpainting.
Yeah.
That's because it already formed that skin.
Yep.
With interactive, when I rehydrate it, oops, getting paint on my sprayer here. That's all right. It's acrylic. It'll wash right off.
Yeah, and who wants to worry about trying to stay clean all the time?
Exactly, exactly. What else is artist fun? You can see that here, though, when I rehydrate the paint.
It works right back into the surface.
Exactly. You're actually able to blend, not just overpaint.
And this has been drying for how long?
This has been about 20 minutes so far.
No kidding.
Exactly. It's very, very cool. And you can do this just by applying moisture.
So show us a little bit as to how you're working here on the surface of your painting.
Sure. What I've been doing here is that I've just been working on my painting, and as my painting is starting to get to that sticky, tacky stage, that's when I want to apply the moisture. That's when I want to spray. Let me grab my palette here, and I can show you. This area in the mountains is the area where I've been working just a little bit earlier today. And so just by rehydrating my paint, I can just take my paint and just kind of blend it right in. One of the big advantages of this paint and the ability to blend is that acrylic artists now have that option of doubling their techniques. Not only do they have to or can they just work all the fast techniques like I did down here, but you're able to blend just by rehydrating that
So
paint.
that makes it much more like oils. You can work a la prima down here, which is typical with acrylics. But being able to go back in and blend gives you much greater creative control and do some things so that you can do some modeling and you can manage your blending much more effectively.
Exactly, exactly. Now, it's not an oil paint, it is the acrylic paint, but you do have that doubling of the techniques, that doubling of the possibilities, and it's going to really be revolutionary when artists start to take advantage of it.
That's great fun.
Yeah, now there's another really cool thing about this.
Which is?
And that's the fact that when you go to develop your painting the next day, work on it in stages, you don't have to worry about matching wet paint to dry paint. Because as I'm sure you know, David, that when you go to adjust or develop an acrylic painting the next day, you have that problem of matching by eye wet paint to a dry paint.
Because of the color shift.
And there's a color shift.
Yep.
But with Interactive in this painting, which I had started last night, I can just take dry paint and using the unlocking formula in this area over here, I can just respray it and take it back to that wet stage. So now I don't have to worry about matching my colors by eye. I can actually match the color of wet paint to wet paint. And even if there is that color shift and it dries a little bit darker, I know that it's all going to blend in and be the same color.
Because you've started with everything at the same state, at the same color value and hue.
Exactly, exactly. So it just offers such a freedom to artists to be able to do this. It really is.
That's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
Anything else that you want to make certain people understand?
I'll tell you what, I'd love them to go to our website, which is www.chromaonline.com, and it's loads of information on there, or artists can email us at infousa@chromaonline.com, and they can ask for their free DVD that will give them all the basic facts about interactive and kind of go through all these tips and techniques.
That's fabulous. And in fact, when viewers are watching this, if they'll click on the link, which is right next to this viewer window, it'll take them right to your website.
Fantastic.
Very cool. Thank you. What great fun. This is so much fun to have a chance to talk about genuinely new and interesting products.